Good evening, world. How are we doing? How is everybody on this fine Monday evening? Now, if you're joining us for our Monday night live stream and podcast, tonight we are going to be going through some Black Friday opportunities. We're also going to have a quick look because I've just seen something about the Endorphin trainer, which we spoke about last week, the Saucony Endorphin trainer. We're going to come back to that in just a second because I really do. I just want to clarify something on that. But yeah, we're going to talk about Black Friday a little bit tonight. We're also then going to be answering all your comments and questions and stuff. So yeah, just good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's well. If you're new to this is your first time. If this is your first rodeo on a Monday night, thanks, Gary. I want to make sure that you're getting in the comments and you're asking any questions that you may have. I was at the Fulham 10K yesterday. I've got to give a big shout out to Hayden for looking after me. I give him a massive hard time even, but I absolutely love him. It was great running with him yesterday, and yeah, really was cool. And it was just lovely to see so many of the team at Fulham yesterday. But also, I mentioned it to Hayden. It was lovely to see so many people across the country getting out and running at the weekend. So that was pretty awesome. I got a busy week. I'm off to Portugal this weekend with Adidas. So I'll report back to you guys, hopefully on Monday night. I'm due back on Monday. So if I'm not too tired, we'll jump on here next Monday. There's no live podcast on Friday. There's a pre-record of our originally titled Marathon Talk that comes out on Friday. And I've just had 4 biscuits, by the way. So I apologise for that. What else? Oh, we've got Novablast 2 review. It's coming. I filmed that when I got home tonight. So make sure you check that out. So that's dropping tomorrow. The Novablast 2, Novablast 5. It's coming tomorrow. My head's all over the place. But yeah, so if you're joining us later, just to recap, I'm going to be going over some Black Friday deals, some stuff that I think is worth checking out. I'd be interested to know from you in the comments about the Black Friday deals that you're looking for. I know Black Friday's next weekend, but I just wanted to find out what you're going to be hunting out over Black Friday, and because some of those sales, well, some have already started, but yeah, so. Firstly, I just want to come back because if you've not seen it, because this week is the running event in Texas. So, like, you may have seen from Believe in the Run, they're already at an Adidas event in Texas, which has got the Supernova Rise 2, which is a shoe that I'll be seeing this weekend. But there's the Austin thing takes over, so you'll see a lot of the new shoes sort of highlighted, leaked, shown what they can and can't show. It's a event in the calendar where you'll see a lot of stuff. So I'd strongly recommend you subscribe to Believe in the Run. And actually, I do want to give a shout out to Aubrey's running tonight. I don't know whether you follow Aubrey at all. You know who Aubrey is. Seen his channel, not seen his channel, whoever. I want to give him a shout out tonight. He did a nice video tonight, funny enough, about the Novablast 5, and he gave me a shout out, which I really appreciate. We don't get a lot of that. So I really appreciate it. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I genuinely mean that. It means a lot to get a shout out like that. So thank you very much. If you've not checked out Aubrey's channel, please do so. Right, so let me get rid of that. I don't know what this thing is up here in the corner, so I'm just gonna have a look, see if I can lose that. There we go, we're back. Okay, so if you're tuned in late, get your comments and questions in. So I want to come back on the Endorphin trainer. Last week we spoke about the Endorphin trainer, which is basically going to replace the Kinvara Pro, as I understand it. We have here because the FORDY Run foam is going in this shoe. So this top layer on the top is FORDY Run, which is, I think, one of the worst names for foam I've heard. I've taken this picture off of a running warehouse video that is out now. I'd strongly recommend you check that video out. They talk about the Endorphin Elite 2, which I've done videos on, but that's the Endorphin in trainer, which I mentioned to you all last week that I believe is replacing the Kinvara Pro. The top layer here, top layer of foam, I'm using the cursor. I don't know if that's going to come through on the live stream, is the FORDY Run. So that's the same foam that you get in the Endorphin Elite 2 on the top layer. I think that's good news. I'm excited to try that trainer, shoe, whatever you want to call it. But that's on the top. So we will get more information on that over the Texas weekend or week that's coming. So stand by. Like I said to you, you're going to see a lot of information on a lot of new running shoes coming out. Yeah, I agree with you, James. The colorway is rank. But that's an update on the shoe that we spoke about last week. Okay. I think that's kind of awesome. And fair play for Saucony for putting that foam into a training shoe. I think that's great news. So like I said, I just want to quickly highlight Black Friday. A couple of things. I had a look through Start Fitness today over my lunch. And I thought, you know what? Let's have a quick butcher's through. And I think there's a couple of bargains to be looked at. Again, so I want to know from you in the comments, are there any specific bargains you're looking to pick up over Black Friday? Because a lot of the sales are starting now. The top one is not actually a shoe; it's a watch. They've got now the Forerunner, Garmin Forerunner 965, which I have on my wrist, is £519. Now that's a lot of money, but I think you're getting a lot of watch for that. Now I'm not sure, by the way, whether these prices include the discount on top, right? So let's just assume that you can add a discount on top of these at startfitness.co.uk. Use the code 40 runs, right? So the Deviate Nitro 2 is £99, which I think is a lot of shoe for that money. Check this out. Puma Magnify 2, great sort of everyday running shoe, yeah? You do a bit of long in it, whatever. £65. £65. Nitro foam. Adidas Supernova Rise and Solution. We just spoke at version 2. I'll be testing that this weekend. But you can currently get the first versions, which features the Dream Strike Plus, which is basically a sort of hardened or a variation of the Light Strike Pro, is £90. 90 quid. Not bad. Couple of good shoes there. The Solution's the more stable ride out of the two. I think this is unbelievable for this price. The Under Armour Velocity Elite 2, which I really like this year. The only issue for that is it's got quite a low drop in it. That's £155. That shoe was over £200. I think it was £225 new. So that's definitely worth checking out. If you're after like a tempo, I don't know, 10K shoe, something like that. Brilliant. £155. And again, I think you can put a code on top of that. Brooks Ghost Max, £99. Yeah, £99 for the Brooks Ghost Max. I know you've got to be not to care too much about sort of colorways and things like that, but 99 quid. Again, brilliant everyday shoe. If you're just getting into running, you know, or you just like to go run for your mental health, whatever, Brooks Ghost Max, 99 quid. And then lastly, you're going to be getting Adidas Pro 3, I think. I don't know if I've added this up right. About 175 quid at Start Fitness. Adidas Pro 3. We did a video last week about the ultimate super shoe for trainer, for 2025. I think it's going to be the Adidas Pro 3 because Pro 4 is coming out, but you can train in Pro 3. So there's a few shoes there that I think are worth checking out at startfitness.co.uk. You say use the code 40 runs and you'll get money off of that. I don't know whether you then add another code or whatever, but definitely check some of them out. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments what shoes you're going after. The ones that really stick out for me, other than the Garmin 965 at 520 quid, is the Magnify 2 at £65. If you just want a pair of running shoes to just go running, £65, you can't go wrong. But I do think that Velocity Elite 2 is actually a good shout at £155. Because look, this, I promise you I'll bring them up. This is the Pro. So this has got a plastic plate in it. All right. But it's along them lines. So definitely check out the Under Armour Velocity Elite 2. But it has got quite a low drop in it. Just be warned. I think it's not 0, but it's like 4 or something ridiculous like that. It's a lot of fun, that shoe. I went up half a size, just be careful. But yeah, just so you know. Right, okay, let's crack on. Again, if you missed it, here's the Endorphin trainer. This has got, I think, the worst name of any foam in Credit Run. Why not just call it like Awesome or like Hero Foam in Credit Run? Someone needs to be like, had a word with about that for that super foam in the new Sauconys. But again, you're going to get more information on that as we go. Okay, right. So let's get into the comments. Again, if you're now joining us live, get your comments, questions in, whether it's running shoes, you want coaching help, you want to know, I don't know, what T-shirt I'm wearing, what tee I've got, whatever it is, just get that in there and I'll make my way through them as we go. Just say good evening to everybody. I'm going to get rid of these because these are making my feet hot. Got some slippers on. Okay. Good to see you at the Fulham 10K. This is Jonathan. I don't know what team SLGR means. Is that like the Speed Goat Running Club or something? But yeah, good to see you. Thanks very much to everybody who gave me a shout out. Ian's on the mend, which is good news. Loads of people saying hello. When will the Super Blasts be back in stock? I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't work for ASICS. I wish they come in quite quickly because you guys want them. Evening 40, best deals I've seen in ages at Old Sports Direct. Got a pair of Vaporfly 3s for £120. Yeah, I saw this Adidas Supernova solution for £65. Yeah, Sports Direct is actually a good place to check out as well. You can, but you have to be selective with what you're getting, and also make sure you check the sizes as well. Right, who's next? Lee Jackson, PB, massive PB at the weekend. Good boy, well done. Some result from Ben yesterday. Did Ben run yesterday? I'm not sure he did. What are your top 3 biscuits? What a great question. I just had some cookies. I like them Viennese things, you know, with the chocolate going through them. And my third one will be whatever Daisy's eating because it's usually a good choice. Okay. Hi, Chris. Still looking for Super Blast, but thinking of the Saucony Hurricane 24 instead. That's that's firmer, and I would say it's a totally different feeling shoe. It's smooth and it's nice, but it's not in the same class. It's a bit like Super Blast is Premier League football, Saucony Hurricane 24 Championship. Good shoe, exciting league. See what I've done? But not Premier League. Know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Oh, Matt Nash is in the house. Everybody, we've got the Matt Nash question. If you're new here, Matt gives us a very sensible question every week. So, Matt, in your opinion, what would be the best 3 shoe marathon training and race day rotation from shoes released in 2024? Wow, this is a very interesting question because I have been putting some thought into this. And I think I'm going to film this weekend. And it's actually because we've got the Novablast 5, I was thinking about where that would sit into a rotation. Okay. So that got me thinking about rotations in general. And I can get it up. Actually, I think, yeah, I've got a note of this. So how I've worked with in terms of the videos and stuff. As I'm walking about, anyone with ADHD will totally resonate with this. I send myself emails and I write myself lists. Okay, I've got about 50 lists, 50 emails going into different accounts. Because you're thinking of stuff, your brain's always spinning up. I sit there at night and things to do. And if anybody's got ADHD, it's a good idea. I just send myself emails. Anyway, and so the one that I was walking to work, and I thought to myself about doing a shoe rotation video in terms of ASICS. And I actually thought, you know what? The best shoe rotation or for marathon training, and bear with me on this one, Matt, would probably be if I went all ASICS, Novablast 5, Super Blast 2, and the Meta Speed. And now the reason I thought that is because I wore the Meta Speed Sky yesterday, right? So I would probably go for those 3. So you've got like everyday usage, Novablast 5. For me, someone who does a lot of long runs and goal target work, marathon pace, Super Blast 2. Can do a bit of easy work if I need to, but can basically do that sort of dedicated marathon work. Race day shoe, but I can also lace them up for intervals and stuff like that. But I can use a Superblast for some of the hill repeats and things like that. Not a bad combo, eh? What do you think? All shoes from 2024. Let me know, Matt. Right. What's the FORDY Black Friday discount? I don't know. It's coming next week, I think. Jim's loving the pod, FORDY. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Yes, the UK does observe a Black Friday, not Thanksgiving, though. Steve, evening, Chris. Looking for a daily trainer without a plate which can handle a little bit of pace. I prefer a softer feel. Didn't like the Rebel 4 and the SL2 was too narrow. Hoka Max 6. I know, you did hear that right. I did just recommend a Hoka shoe. The shoe's good. You can't help the people there are rude. Hoka Max 6. Check that one out. That might give you what you need. Bit of pace. Yeah, it's probably a good shout. No plate. Neil, what's your thoughts on mixing treadmill workouts with outside runs? Right, okay, we did a podcast on Friday. If you don't aware, we do a live podcast as well on a Friday. There's me and some of the co-hosts. We've got some coaching badges between us, let's say. Some of us are run leaders, which other people advertise as coaches, but we won't get into that today. But we spoke about winter and ways to optimize your winter training. And one of those was using the treadmill for like high effort stuff and things like that. And I was strongly for it. So I would definitely listen back to that. If you've got an hour to spare, definitely listen back to that episode. But I strongly recommend mixing the treadmill in. That's something I do myself. And if I wasn't off to Portugal this week, I would be putting that back into my training plan this week. It'd be next week that I load that up. So, yeah, strongly recommend it. It's great. It really is. Okay, Jim, racing my first half marathon on Sunday at Silverstone. If chasing a time, would you stick to an official pacemaker or run your own race? I'm not somebody who likes pacemakers. I think they do an incredible job. I think they do a brilliant job, actually. But that's not something I like. I don't like crowds. I don't like the hustle and bustle of it. I don't like even the sound of a lot of trainers and the chatting and stuff like that. That's not for me. But that's again someone who's neurodivergent. I think they're great if you can cope with that. I have said before that I think if you're someone who's like that, then maybe run just behind them, starting the pen just behind them, and keep them in sight is a good way of doing it. So you're sort of on the tail of the pack. That's a good way of doing it. I wouldn't recommend keep it running ahead of them because you're always looking over and it just feels like you're wasting energy. But if you have them slightly in ahead of you, and then you can sort of overtake them at the finish. If you do overtake them at the finish, make sure you thank them as well. They're really appreciated. Mike, is that one of the new hats you're wearing? No, this is not one of the new hats I am wearing. The new hats are on the website. For anybody who's interested in them, they're like a blue pink color. See if we've got a picture somewhere. Hang on. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I can add that. One sec. See if this. I don't know whether this is going to work, Mike. See that? There we go. That's the new hats. They're on the website now. Okay, next question. Any deals on the Puma Nitro 3? Yeah, I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there's going to be. Puma are really good, especially hi Jim. At Start Fitness, I could have listed about 20 shoes from Puma that are going to be on sale or are on sale on Black Friday. So there's a lot of bargains to be had with Puma shoes. Really, really is. That's very kind of you, Gary. I appreciate it. Thank you for everything you do. No more words needed, apart from keep on pushing forward and never change. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Adam, hi Chris. Massive Novablast 4 and Superblast 1 fan. How is the 5 shaping up for you? So I've got limited miles in. The review drops tomorrow. It's like a first impressions, really. Recorded it tonight, so keep an eye out for that. Would you recommend it when it drops? In terms of recommendations, you'll see in the video, I'm holding off a little bit because I think I need to get more miles in it, as always. It won't take me long to get 50 miles in that shoe. So when that is, I'll make a definite definitive answer on it. But I'm liking what I've got. There's nothing. I was worried. I was openly spoke about it on here. The Flight Foam Blast Max. I was worried that it'd be too soft, and they've not made that too soft. It's the right blend. So yeah, I think it's a good shoe. But I say, have a watch tomorrow. I think you'll see where I'm at. But as always, it's a first impressions. And again, I'll quickly get that up to 50 miles. That won't take long. So yeah, we'll come check that out. That'll drop tomorrow at 11 o'clock. No, there is a new link coming to get discounts on shoe socks. I saw that today. If shoe socks are SHYU, they're the ones that match your shoes. We've got a new sort of link for that's coming in terms of getting the discount on those. So I've got a million things to do at the moment. But I will put that out. I just want to give a shout out to thank everybody for tuning in live. I genuinely really do appreciate it. It means a lot. Get your questions in, please, whether they're running shoe questions, whether you want to talk about, you got a coaching question, if you're tuning for the first time, I'm a qualified athletics and running coach. If you want to talk about biscuits that I eat like David Turner or the tea that I'm about to drink, whatever you want, stick them in the comments and I'll get through them before we finish tonight. So again, thank you to everybody who's joining us live. And if you're listening to this as a pod, then obviously we record this and put this out. We've been talking earlier on about Black Friday deals. I went through some shoes, and we also spoke about the Endorphin trainer, which has FORDY Run in it, which is the worst name for any foam I've ever heard of in a running shoe. Right. Any suggestions for long run shoes? I'm 6'2", 15 stone man, hoping to take advantage of Black Friday deals. Can't find any Superblast 2 size 10s. I would have a look at the Brooks Ghost Max 2. I think that's a phenomenal shoe for larger people. And I've had that fed back to me from people who run in that shoe. And I don't think you're going to go wrong with that. That's a great shoe. It's gonna take you through the mileage pretty well. If you're looking for something with a carbon plate, then I would then look at the Convara Pro, or I'd look at the SE Elite version 4, which hopefully you'll be able to get on Black Friday a little bit cheaper as well. David's after some winter shoes for Black Friday. Have a look at my winter running winter shoe video that I did. There's 2 shoes on there. Have a look at that. Let me know. Ashley's got some Adidas half tights of Start Fitness. Half tights are amazing. Yes, they are. Although I don't particularly like Adidas ones. That's a good shout. Look for the Magmax on Black Friday. Yeah, Magmax is a good Magmax is a good shoe to look at for Black Friday. That's a fantastic shoe, the Magmax from Puma. New colorways coming, so some of the older colorways will be discounted down. Great. Again, Puma shoes you're going to pick up really cheap. A lot of places. Someone here's bagged a pair of Adidas Pro 3s, which is good. Right. What's this? Especially on the right foot. Right. Okay, I've got a friend who supinates a lot, especially on the right foot. Do you know if Pegasus is a good choice or not? She has been bashing miles out of Clifton Hoka for ages. Well, personally, I'm not sure whether there's a reason to change from Clifton if they've been working. The Clifton, I think the new version will get previewed, I believe, at the Texas, the running event in Texas, which I spoke about at the front end of the show. Big trade fair, all your running shoes, your new running shoes for 2025 are going to be previewed there, which they can show you, the ones that aren't embargoed. So check out and follow Believe in the Run. But I would say, have a look at maybe pick up a pair of Cliftons because they're going to be cheap at Black Friday because the new one's coming. So I would check that out. Right. This is from Rob. I've seen mixed reviews of the Novablast 5. What are your thoughts? So again, I'll just conclude on that. Novablast 5 first impressions will come tomorrow. Like I said, I want to get the shoe to 50 miles minimum, which I'll do quickly. So I want to I filmed it. I want to give you my first impressions, but at the same time, I want to hold a little bit back because I need to make a better opinion. But there's nothing wrong with the shoe at all. I've got one complaint, as you'd expect. Debbie, I could do a long sleeve fluorescent yellow top, so I'm waiting for the FORDY Black Friday. Yep, okay. Make sure that's I said I think that starts on Monday, but I'm not sure 100% on those things. Carlos, again, thanks to I've just seen the amount of people that are watching again, by the way. Thank you to everybody. It really means a lot. Get your questions, get your comments in. Let's go, people. Let's smash the like button. We've got to get to 22 million subscribers on this channel in 2025. So you guys have got your work cut out. Right. So, Carlos, Puma DV8 Nitro 3 versus the Saucony Speed. Which one to choose? I think if you've got a wider foot, you're going to hate the Nitro 2. I think they're both equally matched. The Puma DV8 Nitros are a slightly firmer ride than the Saucony Speed 4. I think they're both very, very user-friendly and can do a lot of miles in both and a lot of different workouts in both. I would probably say the Saucony Speed 4 suits me better. I just like the feedback from the foam. But the Puma DV8 Nitro 3 is a good shoe. They're both very, very good, both evenly matched. And I think they will offer you as a runner something depending on which sort of foam feeling you prefer and the width and that sort of stuff. Right, Dan, here's a tricky one. Oh, we like a tricky one. What are your go-to holiday running shoes? I can only fit one pair in the suitcase for the next 2 weeks. Warm weather and has to cope on multi-terrain. Treadmill to light trail. Okay. I was always take a pair of Noosa Tri Noosas with me. I think that's a great shoe, mainly because of the funky colours. I think practicality-wise, I would just take a good old-fashioned daily trainer. If you've got a very good daily trainer, like a Novablast 5, which is, able to do a mixture of terrains, mixture of distances, can cope well in the heat, nice responsive foam in it, then that's the perfect shoe to take. That's what I would take. Although saying that, I took a pair of Metaspeed Skies Paris to Mallorca when I went, amongst one of the pairs of shoes I took. But yeah, I would put a good old fashioned daily trainer in there just to soak up some of the miles. Any thoughts on the 15K world record? I didn't even know that was done. That's how much I'm out of the loop on that. But well done. That's awesome. 40 runs. Just finished my first marathon and signed up for 2 more. What kind of training do I need to do in the off season? Which 2 are you signed up for? You want to, firstly, if you've just finished your first one, you want to take a week, maybe 2 off. I'm just going to have a little bit of tea. Hang on a second. And then I would start running a little bit to feel 1 or 2 weeks, get some sessions in, look to put some of your miles back in, but nice and gently. And then I'd put some structure into place. Get some of your frequencies back and pick up some of the where you left off. But depending on how long you've got, I would cap your long runs, cap the time on feet on the longer side of things. Don't like, get me wrong. You want to keep 1 or 2 maybe every so often a little bit higher. Keep some of that ticking over, but condense it down a bit. But just try and get some of the patterns back, over those weeks. Once you've cleared that, then you could focus on a bit of speed. A little bit more speed-based stuff, or get off the roads and head up into the trails. Just do something a little bit different. It's good to be out of a plan until you need to get into a plan, if that makes any sense. Super Blast color weighs our pony, according to David. Why can't they do something a bit darker? Well, there's that black and silver version, isn't there? But I don't know whether that's coming. I was watching Hayden's video. Is Hayden got a video out of us 2 running Fulham? Does he put a video out? No, I was in autumnal half tights because I'm a legend. Yeah, they were bad, but it was bad, deliberately bad. It was mainly for admin. Gary, do you know if Skechers are bringing out a new version of Speed Elite? I haven't seen their new stuff that's coming. I know that it's coming, and again, you'll see a lot of that previewed at the running event. I am doing an event with Skechers next week, so we should start to see some stuff, hopefully, from them. How about a marathon? How about a Puma marathon shoe rotation? So I would do a Magnify 2 or something like, Magnify 2 is a good shout. £65. I would then do a DV8 Nitro 3. And then I would probably go, I'd probably go with the Elite. That's probably the best combo over there. They don't really have a marathon shoe that's designed for sort of let's say, everyday runners. The elite's quite hardcore. You've got to be on it to be running that. Matt's agreeing with my ASICS shoe rotation. If you missed it earlier, he was asking for a marathon shoe rotation. Stevens just bought the SC Elite version 4 for London next year. It's a phenomenal shoe. I got it totally wrong. I have a Metaspeed Edge, Paris, and Adidas Pro 3. But being a bigger guy, do you think that? Yeah, I do think the SC Elite, if you're a bigger guy, is brilliant. Will be brilliant for you. Absolutely amazing. Charles, hey Fordy, I'm interested in the Puma Mag Max lately about sizing. I'm 11.5 in the Super Blast 2. Would I be an 11.5 in the Mag Max? Yeah, they do run narrow. That's the only thing. The Mag Max is not overly narrow compared to some of the other shoes, right? But you've got to be aware of it. I'm true to size in both of those shoes. So I'm a 9.5 in both. Right, Philip, what are your favourite running socks? I've said this before. Shoe SHYU. You can use a code there. If anyone knows the code, can you put it in the comments? I don't know whether it's still working because they're changing the way, and that's what I was saying earlier about. I'm going to give you guys a link now, but just in case, if anybody can put the code in, it might be 40 runs or 4010 or something. Hopefully some of you, but they're the best socks. SHYU. Oh no, I haven't got any down there. There's a pair down there. You can't see them. That's my stuff for tomorrow. But yes, they're the best ones. Oh, what was another question on there? Sorry, I missed it. And does that high and compression socks help in a way, or is it just play? I mean, there's 4015. There we go. Code for the shoe socks. I would say it's a little bit more placebo. I mean, there's reports, scientific reports, both sides of the argument. I think they're good. Compression's good for recovery. Probably a better way of saying it. Have you seen the Nike Pegasus Premium? I have seen it on Thomas's, from Believing the Run's Instagram. It's got a full-length AirPod. Looks like a fashion shoe. It does. My first impressions when I saw it earlier on in the year was, oh, God, what have they done? But Thomas seems to like it a lot. So let's see. We'll just have to wait on that one. I can't comment really, but it looks like a fashion shoe. But Thomas seems to think it's better there. I hope everything's okay, Mick. Thanks for coming along. Mark's looking out for the Puma Deviate Nitro 3, Elite 3. Seem very hard to get hold of. Yeah, there's not many. Some new colorways coming. What you find that with Puma, they dropped some new stuff, colorways. There was a recent Fleet Feet. Hang on, I'm gonna have a bit of tea, might help. Right, I'm back. So Fleet Feet sales report. Best selling shoes in the US were the Clifton, Bondi, and the Glycerine. Okay. I'm guessing Bondi because a lot of people wear that for like walking and stuff. Clifton, I'm surprised about because, well, no, Hoka shoes are all right. It's just they're people over here rude. And the Glycerine, I'm not surprised about the Glycerine. Yeah, okay. But again, that's a 273 stores. You get people going in there for walking and all sorts of stuff. People who are on their feet all day. So it's not really, I don't know how accurate it is. Not sure. But anyway, it's good to know. Thank you very much. Custard cream versus bourbon. I eat all Daisy's bourbons. Don't tell her. Okay. Yeah, Gary, I'm not surprised the 40 code. I think that they're changing the way. I've got an email about it today. Casey, thinking about trying the Brooks Glycerine Max. Are they any good? Yes, they are. Great shoe. Fantastic shoe. Really is a good shoe. If you can pick that up on Black Friday, it's a good shout as well. I have not tried that, Beth. What's this? New Balance More V5, £100 with discount. Yeah, I like that, but I don't like it to run in. I like it to walk about in. Talking about the More V5. What would be a good shoe for a slow half marathon to play? Something comfortable. I would say Brooks Ghost Max 2. Good shoe. That doesn't have a plate in or anything like that. I booked in a gait analysis. I'm feeling a bit self-conscious about my running form. Don't be self-conscious. Get on there, do your own thing, and be true to yourself. You shouldn't be judgmental. Gait analysis is awesome. It will help you. It'll improve you. It will give you some things to work on in the gym. And and it's good to be in the right sort of shoes for you. So don't be self-conscious. Just get on there and smash your life out of it. Fordy, have you ever done a cross-country race? I have not. No, I did my first just over a week ago. It was pretty tough, but good fun. Yep, cross-country season. Yep, a lot of people enjoying that. Well done for you for giving that a bash. Not my cup of tea, really. Okay, Puma Mag Max or Brooks Glycerine Max. First long run, easy pace. I would go. My preference is the Mag Max. I said that in the video. I think it's just something. I like. I like about that Mag Max. It just picks up the pace a little bit better than the Glycerine Max. Don't get me wrong. I love the Glycerine Max, but the Mag Max for me, the Nitro Foam's a little bit firmer. Just works that little bit better for me, picking up the pace. But as I said, I love the Glycerine Max. I think they're both excellent shoes. Glycerine Max is also a fraction wider. Lee's still on a high after Fulham. Should I go hard at Park Run? Yeah, go for it. Just to say thank you for all your videos, advice on running shoes and tips. It's helped me as I've only been running in. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming on to thank me. That means a lot. Thank you. Rob Aubrey uploaded a Novablast 5 review earlier today. He gave, I mentioned that at the front, Rob. Aubrey was very kind to give me a genuine shout out. It is nice to get positivity from fellow creators. There are other creators, or not even creators, people who make videos who unfortunately put stuff out that I would say it becomes a nasty and toxic environment if you watch and listen to their stuff. And I just don't think there's a place for that. It should all be about positive and helping each other out, which is really nice. And I think Aubrey, to spend the time to do that, I genuinely appreciate it. Honestly, genuinely appreciate it. There's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of just niggle about stuff. And I'm not just talking about it to me, I'm talking about in general in the world and on YouTube and all this sort of stuff. And life's bloody short. Everyone should just support each other, have fun and get on. So yeah, it's really nice of Aubrey to take the time to do that. I genuinely appreciate it. Just scooting through. Thanks again, everybody. Means a lot. Evening 40. Would you recommend Adidas Takumi Sen or the Adidas Pro 3 for a train shoe? Depends how you're going to use it. As I said, I did a video last week on the ultimate sort of super trainer for 2025, and that is the Adidas Pro 3, I think, because it's a super shoe that you can now pick up a bit cheaper, and it is a super shoe that you can actually train in. The Takumi Sen is really designed for that 5K, 10K effort. I think the Takumi Sen would complement the Pro 3 if you can afford it. It would be great for those really hard efforts that you're going to be doing. So maybe some of that intervals, hill repeats, I don't know, lactate threshold work. And then I would probably use the Pro 3 on your long runs with some that you're putting like pace into. And maybe some of those marathon or half marathon efforts that you're doing in the week. That's where I would use the Pro 3. And then you can obviously take that into race day. That's how I would use it. Oh, this is a bargain. Got a pair of Pro 3s for 39 quid. Adidas Pro 3s for 39 quid. Wow. Best easy run shoe that is somewhat stable. I mentioned it earlier. You can pick up right now the Brooks Ghost Max cheap. Very stable. Great shoe. I say 99 quid version 1. Can't be sniffed at Start Fitness. Ever used any Mizuno running shoes? Yeah, we've had Mizuno running shoes on the channel. The guys at Start Fitness have been kind enough to send me Mizuno shoes. I don't know why Mizuno don't seem to like me anymore. But the guys at Start Fitness send me their stuff, which is really nice of them. I like some of their shoes. Some of the sort of racing shoes are a bit too aggressive for me with, that stuff, the way they're cut out and that. It's all a bit too aggressive for me. I don't run as fast enough to get the best out of them. But I really like the Neo Vista. Really like that. I think that's one of the best shoes out there at the moment. Again, if you can pick that up cheap on Black Friday, got a lovely black colorway in that shoe at the moment. It's a fantastic shoe, everyday use. Something different. It's got one-piece boot construction in it. The foam is pretty soft, but because of the plate in there, it stabilizes it out. It's really nice. Really nice shoe. But yeah, it's funny. Old Mizuno are funny people. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, I don't care. Running gels. Any advice? Yeah, find ones that work for you. I recommend Kendall Mint. If you use the code 40 runs over there, you're going to get a discount. They're mint-based. So that's like an anti-inflammatory in your stomach. A lot of water content as well in their gel, so you're not just getting like a massive dump of thick sugar into your stomach. So they're a little bit easier on your stomach because of the mint. John Webster, I've put two videos out now on the Nike Zoom Fly 6. I'd recommend you check them out. Make sure you subscribe as well because it's free. Philip, what are your thoughts about the upcoming A6 Sonic Blast? I did a video on that. We did a podcast, on the A6 Sonic Blast, Philip. It's a couple of weeks ago. Definitely check that out. It's if you didn't know, the A6 Sonic Blast, which will probably be at the running event, is twin dual layer foam with a TPU plate in it. It's basically a Novablast with a plate in it, as I understand it. What are your thoughts about it? I think it's good. I think they're expanding the blast segment, Mega Blast or whatever it's going to be called. They're really expanding that, which is good. So it'll be interesting to see which direction they're going with what firms and the segment super trainers in general. What are my thoughts? I think super trainers are good. I think it's nice to see. It's like you sort of see it in the top end cars. You see all the really good technology, but you've got to pay like $100,000, and then you see that sort of filter down into sort of your more everyday cars. I think it's the same sort of thing for super trainers. You're seeing even, those premium foams, that technology that they've learned in those shoes coming down into, the sort of everyday shoes. Classic examples, the Evo SL from Adidas. I mean, that's got Light Strike Pro from the Pro 3 in it. It's exactly the same foam as the the original Pro 3, Adidas Pro 3 in there. So they put that into a daily trainer effectively. It's great, fantastic. So yeah, I think they're good. I don't necessarily like the terminology, but you know what, it's all good. I hope Cooper do some releases in the near future, like custom distance races, and be able to program the type of elevation. Yeah, if you didn't know, you can get a free trial at Cooper. Go to fordyruns.com/Cooper. It's the app that we recommend. We had some feedback on Runner from some people that were getting injured. If you check the comments out, that's not me saying you're going to get injured, by the way, just for legal purposes. That was feedback from people, and I've heard from other people that their app is very aggressive in terms of their training plans. We recommend Cooper. And they're the app of the London Marathon, for example, and the Brighton Marathon. I don't know about the thing about custom races and distances. I don't personally use the app, but I know a lot of people recommend it and love it. So, again, you can get a free trial of that over at fordyruns.com/Cooper. Right. We're nearly there, people. Thanks for the information on the new colour of the Deviate Nitro Elite 2. We'll hold off for them. JMC, I have used the Vaporfly 2 and 3 for my training for the last 2 years, and Alphafly the 3 is probably the more training biased out of Vaporfly we've ever seen. I'm interested to see because 4's coming, what that's like in terms of using them to train with and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, there we go, people. Again, make sure you keep an eye out across your social media platforms this week, because you are going to see a lot of pictures, comments, and that sort of thing about from the running event, all the different new shoes that are coming your way in 2025. Definitely recommend that you check out Believe in the Run, because they'll have all the latest stuff there and all that kind of thing. Like I said, no live podcast on Friday. We've got a pre-recorded marathon talk I've done with Hayden. And I'm hoping that I'll be back from Portugal on time from the Adidas event on Monday. If I've got some goodies, I'll bring them back and I will show you them. What's this? What are your thoughts on a YouTube running channel creating a running club but charging for the service? Sounds like they're trying to copy another... Yeah, I'm not kidding. I could tell. No, that's when we get. I tell you what. When we get to, what number do you want? 100,000, 50,000. What do you want? I'll give you my thoughts on that. So you probably can read my mind. Oh, there you go. Look, someone just said the Cooper app is awesome. So there you go. But yeah, I will give my own impressions on that. When we get to 50 or 100,000, I'm not sure. But you can probably read my mind on that one. But yes, so make sure you, whatever, I don't know, I can't remember what I was saying. Just caught me off guard, John. And I will be back. Thanks, honestly, to everybody who's tuned in live. I genuinely mean it. You might think I'm talking shit, but it's not. I'm genuine. It does mean a lot. Thanks again to Aubrey for the nice, kind words in his video today. Make sure you do subscribe. 22 million people. We need to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I think that's about it. Watch out for the 50K. Watch out for the Novablast 5 video tomorrow. And we'll put some other stuff out this week. I don't know what. We should have checked. And I think that's it. Sorry, John. You just have to read my mind on that one, but you could probably guess my thoughts on it. And I shall see you all next week. I've got to go because I'm going to get myself into trouble here. Even my legs started tapping because I'm agitated by it. Because no, I'm not. I'm not going to get it right. I'll see you all later. You little troublemakers, you.